self-awareness, I don't know if that's a real thing, but self-awareness seems to be the foundation of personal growth, right? So becoming aware about something in our lives, and people can read, I always say that people can read as many books as they like, but if they're unable to read themselves, they'll never really learn a thing. For me, and I wrote that a couple of years ago, and I had a guy in my office who read every single, he was actually one of the people that always came in with your books, right? He read every single book I've ever seen. He knew every book, but he never changed.
Yeah.
And there was things within him that he wasn't self-aware about, that I believe were the reason why he couldn't evolve, even though he was taking in so much information. How does one go about, what are the key ways we can go about increasing our sense of self-awareness so that we can grow and evolve?
Such a good question. You know, it's kind of like people like that are a little bit like yo-yo dieters. You know,
Yeah.
it's like they do every diet, but they're not healthy people. I read every book, but I'm not growing. And you can't assess yourself. You know, it's like, you know this from work, right? Which is at some point, somebody's gonna have to give you feedback. At some point, you have to give somebody else feedback. Like self-assessment is a thing, but it's not the only thing. It's a thing. It's a data point. And I'm a huge believer in self-assessment, but you have to have that buttressed with the assessments of others, because we are blind very often. We're social animals. We cannot do this thing called career or life alone. We're just not that smart. We're not that strong. We're not that aware. We're just not that good. As social animals, we actually need each other to watch our backs and tell us what's working and what's not working. And I think for somebody who goes through life and reads those books, all the books, you know, I get good on them, I guess, but are they asking for help? Are they asking for insight from others, as opposed to just reading it and agreeing with it and thinking they're making the changes? I know my own personal journey, and I do think of myself as, I work hard to be self-aware, and I work hard to self-evaluate, but I have seen in my own life my ability to truly demonstrate real awareness and move further down the journey and path called life, as opposed to staying stagnant, came when I let others help me. You know, we don't build trust by offering help.